Granville Sentinel, Friday, May 24th, 2024. Man found electrocuted. Late last night, on the property across from Prospect Smoothie, an elderly man was found by the property owner in a utility shed, apparently having suffered from a severe electrical shock. The man has been identified as Elijah Lucas, the former property owner. It was not immediately clear why Mr. Lucas was trespassing, nor exactly what caused the electrical event. Mr. Lucas was already deceased before EMTs arrived on the scene.
This article was posted to Elijah Lucas's blog mid-morning on May 24th, presumably by Greg Lucas himself, under the title, Execute Order 66, referring, of course, to the infamous moment in Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, where Emperor Palpatine has most of the Jedi murdered, and the rest flee for their lives. In his last message, Greg talks about spending years reaching out for help. However, with relativity in play, he is unaware that his messages have come all within a week's time. On the top of the newspaper clipping, a hexadecimal code was spotted, which, when solved, led to another hidden video on the Love Thy Nerd YouTube channel, this one entitled 66. And this video made it clear that Greg was not just targeting the 6 founders any longer. Destroy them all. The founders, the new staff, even the LTN Discord members helping uncover the mystery. Greg was aware of everyone, and everyone shared the blame. Another video code had been implanted at the end of this video, providing another video on the Order 66 YouTube channel that almost seemed to be in response to this one.
Really hooked on
to make me my own dinosaur.
I am Japan!
When the audio was adjusted, it's discovered that this message was not from Greg.
Hello. My name is Elijah Lucas. You know my name, even if you don't know this version of me. I know a few of you from before. About a week ago, at least as best as I can tell, I returned to my workshop for the first time in several years. My son and I had been working to find our way back to your reality from this nightmare we've been living in. Now, before he arrived, I had already been working on this for years, but to no avail, and I grew disillusioned. I gave up. But my son was determined, almost manic the last time I saw him. I expected to find him here, but instead I found all of the equipment running at a level I had never seen. I I found journals, maps, photos, and his tape recorder. I listened to every recording. I heard as his demeanor changed from hopeful to vengeful. He has been trying to reach out to you, but I'm not certain he is aware of the time relativity problem. The science of time is something I've become an expert in. I can see that his early rudimentary messages were spread out over months at first, and then by the end, months worth of larger, more complex messages piled up for you in just a few days. I believe my son has tried to force his way back into your world. I believe he is stuck in the process of transferring his consciousness. But there is still time to stop him. I believe you know why we must stop him. He intends you all harm. He's not the man he once was. He's not the man he was when he knew you. He has lost his way. It is my prayer that I can get him back here, and I can bring him back from the brink before he does something he can't come back from. In the last few days, I've been sending you my own messages. I've been able to sneak QR codes into his messages before they reach you. Again, relativity is a heck of a thing. I've also been leaking to you his recordings so you can understand what he is going through. I've also sent you the photos he's been developing. I believe he discovered that he was missing from your photos and has been working to restore himself. This is my final attempt at warning you. I am going to reach into the digital void and attempt to block his path to you, but I am going to need your help. I'm sending you a trail of codes you must decipher to put up a blockade from your end. With you all working from your end and me trying to drag him back to the Forgotten, we will save you all, and possibly your entire reality. Here is the code to start.
At this point, a QR code flashed on the screen in the original video. We'll get back to that in a moment.
If this works, you will hear from me again. If not, well, I doubt it will matter for any of us. God be with you, my friends.
Finally, Elijah from the Forgotten makes contact. He fills in several gaps about what happened with Greg, as well as confirming our suspicions about the time relativity issue. Elijah also confirms that Greg is a threat, already in the process of transporting himself back to the real world. The leaked recordings, the darkroom photos, the hidden QR codes and messages in Greg's media all came from Elijah after the fact. It turns out the Order 66 YouTube channel is from the same man who runs the Order 66 blog, just different versions of that man. This was Forgotten Elijah's first clue that we could trust him. In order to stop Greg, Elijah asked for help from the LTN Discord, a set of codes that must be solved, which on this end might appear as games, but will disrupt the coding Greg is doing to return to the real world. And so the Discord had their mission, The QR code led to a crossword, with the final answer being jumbled up letters. Moving them around spelled Tampa Bay Rays. This led to a page on Love Thy Nerd's website, a crazy image of baseball players with a long stretched out word on top of it. When shrunk, it led them to lovethynerd.com, the one with the 7 in place of the T, to a photo of Nelson Mandela with a number puzzle to solve. Once the code was put in, another message arrived, one that appeared to be happening in the moment.
Everyone, it's working. It's working. We're doing it. You just have to continue on a little further. Are you trying to stop me? Nothing will stop me. I will have my revenge. You will all be erased, just like I was. Don't listen to him. We're almost there. Your next clue is under construction.
Greg, at full force, is fighting with all of his might to break through the barrier and extract his revenge on this reality. Elijah, fighting code from his side, gives the next clue to begin decoding on this side, under construction. Once again, this leads them to the fake lovethynerd.com, where the LTN Discord figure out that site is the page name they need to visit. This brings them back to the prompt and answer page from a few days ago. After a few failed attempts, the final code word was discovered to also be site, leading to the missing 24th answer, SaveThe6.jpg. This was another hidden QR code that led to another puzzle, one where each person attempting it only had 3 chances to get it right. In a frenzy, the LTN Discord members made a plan to take the puzzle one at a time, passing on the findings to the next person until the puzzle was solved. The answer they discovered was The Forgotten, leading them to a new photo on the Love Thy Nerd website. Were these the infinite woods? On the far right side of the image, another hexadecimal code. Finally, in the heat of the coding war, the final video link was uncovered, and the LTN Discord was about to find out if they were successful or if they were too late.
This is not gonna stop me. Nothing you can do will stop me. I will get my
A defiant Greg claims he will not be stopped before a portal is seen overloading and exploding in spectacular digital fashion. Had they done it? Had they stopped Greg from coming? Or had they failed, and was Greg still on his way to exact his revenge? Only time would tell.